Children, will start the chapter 2 in chemistry, acids, bases and salt. So all should have the textbook with you. Acids, bases and salts. So this about acid and bases we have already studied in smaller classes 7th and 8th. You already know most of the food contain acids. Curd, it contains lactic acid. Lemon, it contains citric acid. Tomatoes, oxalic acid. Tamarind, tartaric acid. So we are familiar with acids and bases. And we have studied also acid and bases. It neutralizes each other, produces salt and water. That is called neutralization reaction. That also we have studied in standard 8th or 7th. Now we are going to distinguish the properties of acids and bases. Now we will study the properties of acids and bases. We know that acids are sour in taste. That we know when we have our curd or lemon juice, we know it is sour in taste. We know that it contains acid also. Then when we dip a litmus paper in acid, it turns blue litmus to red. So that much we know about an acid. Then what about a base? Base is bitter in taste. Anyway, we didn't taste a base. If soap water by mistake, if it has gone inside, you know it's bitter in taste. But we know litmus changes its color from red to blue. So easy to remember, red is dangerous. So acid turns blue litmus to red. Now we can see this turmeric when it falls in our cloth, white cloth. It gives a yellow stain. And when we wash with the soap that cloth, it gives a reddish brown color. It gives reddish brown color. That means turmeric in basic media gives reddish brown color, whereas in water or in acid also that is yellow in color. Okay. So turmeric, you can take it as a natural indicator. If its color changes to reddish brown, we can say in base it changes its color. Then hydrangea flower is there. I think you might have seen in garden, it will be in our school garden, it is there. Big leaf and like chettipu, have you seen? Like that, a bunch of flowers, lavender color. If it is giving lavender, light violet color, we can say that soil is alkaline in nature, basic in nature. Whereas if it is acidic soil, soil contain acid nature more, it gives rose red petals. So that is also a natural indicator. There are many natural indicators like our red cabbage leaves, this hydrangea, petunia, all such flowers are natural indicators. There are synthetic indicators also. They, for example, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So, what we talked is synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators, examples are methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Methyl orange, it is there in your textbook, methyl orange and phenolphthalein, both you underline. They are the examples of synthetic indicators. So what are indicators? Now that is our question. What are indicators? Indicators are substances which shows which is an acid or a base. When we, our litmus paper, it is an indicator. When we dip our litmus paper in acid solution, it turns blue to red. Immediately you can say the solution given is acidic in nature. So indicators can be used to predict whether the given solution is an acid or a base. Like that, two synthetic indicators are methyl orange and phenolphthalein. This methyl orange and phenolphthalein. When to acid, when phenolphthalein is added, no color, it will be colorless. But if you add base to phenolphthalein, it gives a pink color. Pink color means really magenta color, pink color. So phenolphthalein indicator, when it is added to an acid solution, it gives colorless, no change. But when base is added or phenolphthalein drops are added to a base, it gives pink color. Like that methyl orange, when acid to an acid solution, if methyl orange is added, it can give yellowish red color, or you can say orange red color, or orange red or yellowish red, that red stain to that margin. But if it is to a base, it gives yellow color. It gives yellow color. Our turmeric, red cabbage, hydrangea flower, these can be used as natural indicators. Okay. Now you can move to the next page, that is acids and bases, which is used in the laboratory. You are very much familiar about the acids and bases used in the laboratory. You have seen hydrochloric acid, is it not? Sodium hydroxide. These all I brought to the class and showed you, is it not? So, there acids and its formula is written. That copy to your notebook. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Hydrochloric acid, HCl. Acetic acid, CH3COOH. Nitric acid, HNO3. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Potassium hydroxide, KOH. Calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Calcium valency is 2. So magnesium hydroxide, magnesium valency 2. So its formula will be MgOH twice. So these acids and bases, we are already familiar with that. So in your notebook, you write acids, its name and formula, bases, its name and its formula to be written. Till now what we studied is natural indicators, changing the color, as well as synthetic indicators, changing the color. Now another set is called olfactory indicators. See the textbook under table 2.1, you can see the word olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicator, that means they give smell. They give different smell in acid media as well as in basic media. Suppose if you take onion, crushed onion and a piece of cloth and keep it for a long time, then that cloth, when it is rubbed with our lemon or our vinegar, you can get a smell. Or if that cloth, if you clean with a soap solution, you can get another smell. So which changes the smell according to the media. They are called olfactory indicators. Same like onion, you can use vanilla, clove oil, etc. Clove oil, cariambu oil, when toothache comes, we used to use that, is it not? So onion, vanilla, clove oil can be used as olfactory indicators. So can you say which is the olfactory recipient organ in our body? Nose, because we are noticing or distinguishing it with our nose, smell difference. Okay? So now what all things we studied today, what are acids, what are bases, its properties, then its formula, then what are natural indicators, synthetic indicators, as well as olfactory indicators. Thank you, my dear children.